What is up, guys? Welcome back. We're back with more Breath of Fire 2. And last time we saved Mrs. Susie Q. And now we walk all the way back to We walk back to hometown and deliver the pig. And that will be the end of our journey. Nothing about any of that monster at the beginning. None of that will be relevant. I was going to say, I would like some free experience. Ooh. I'm lower on health than I thought. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter if they're going to be doing 1 HP of damage. Ooh. Sick dodge. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing alright. It's Monday. It's my Sunday, so which means I got work here in like 4 hours. Just want to play a little bit of games and then go and take me a shower, then a nap. It's midnight. Well, actually, it's more like 12:20. Just put my son to bed. Because, like I talked about in the Secret of Mana part that I released before this one, because I think there's a One Piece watch along before it. Since on Friday my son had a seizure at school, tomorrow he's getting an EEG done to see if it's going to be a reoccurring thing or what. Hold on one second, my phone just vibrated though. Okay, there we go. Took care of that. No, I'm not going to walk back and attempt to get anything from the shits over there. Yeah, and then of course we got fishing in a Breath of Fire game. There will always be fishing. Which, with wanting to go through and play that Sea of Stars game as soon as I get the money to afford it, the fact that that game also has a fishing minigame, when just the visuals of it gave me really strong... That game looks like Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross vibes had a baby with Breath of Fire vibes. And it's beautiful. And then I saw that there was a fishing minigame, and I was like, oh, the Breath of Fire-ness just increased. I see you get 2 characters that you can pick in the beginning, and... Hey! And, you know, to start off that, I'm gonna have to play as the chick first. Because, I mean... She's blue! It's blue. Blue crew. It's always blue. Why did I make my third, and it's not going to end up being my final playthrough of Pokemon Red, but what was at one point seeming like it was going to be my final playthrough of it, why did I finish with Squirtle? Because he's the water boy. Blue crew. That's how it always is. When I play Smash Bros., guess what? I main Link always in Smash Bros., but guess what color his tunic always is? Blue. It's always blue. It's always blue. In Smash Ultimate, we choose the Royal Guard blue with the red undershirt because I think it looks pretty sick. But in Smash Ultimate, for Link, his Breath of the Wild gear with the blue shirt, that is perfectly acceptable because blue. But that's how it always is. And I saw the characters, you know, it was like the dude who's got like a red accent, orange accent, like fire. You're like sun, moon between the 2 characters. And the chick was blue. And I was like, well, that tells me all that I actually need. I don't need nothing else. Oh. I didn't know if I had to check in with the lady at the front counter. Nope, guess I don't. Open sesame. Alright. Ooh, we got some more Windians. We found Susie. Susie. Oink, oink, oink. Susie's so clean. Did you bathe her? Yes, indeed. Apologies for the allergy sniffles. So glad you came back in time. Time for what? She's going back to Windia. Please come and visit us in Windia. Oh, it's a Breath of Fire game. We will find ourselves in Windia eventually. That's not fair. I thought we could become friends. Oh, don't worry, you dog, you. Here's your pay. 500 coins. Do I actually get to keep those 500 coins? At least we got the work done, right, buddy? Yes, we did. Okay. And we kept the money. So I'm going to go spend it on equipment before... I'm tired. Shall we go to our room and rest? No. You suck ass. Yeah, he's got some trouble he's going to get himself into. Work, please come in. So you want me to break into this house? Kilgore. That is not a name of a person I would trust. Bark, 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 bark. The magic hood back for you. How's your fat ass better at stealing? This is fucking Joey Diaz over here. Joey Diaz will always tell you some stories where you'll sit there and be like, bruh, I don't believe any of the words you're telling me. Yep, and look, it's nighttime, kids asleep. Landlord, these people, they don't pay their rent and they party all the time. Don't come running to me when St. Eva, no, just evict them. My boy sleeps all day. Bruh. It's best to spend all the money you earn all at once like this. I don't know what sort of poor people attitude this is, but you need to stop that. I am trying, like, my very best to, like, do the exact opposite of that, especially right now. Why are you talking to us as if I'm not here? About us? I guess they gotta make the dialogue the same whether Ryu's in the party or not. No, you can't pass, Ryu. No one can leave because a burglar broke into Trout's house. But I can't believe that the thief is Bo. Oh, wonderful. Can't even visit the Dragon God. Can I buy weapons and stuff? I would like to buy weapons and stuff. Okay, I already bought that. So I can get the suede. Oh, I can't even get the shit for Bo because he's not here. Oh, I could have just switched it while I was in there. I'll have to get used to that. Does that make my speed go down? Is that what vigor is in this game, is speed? Worth 5. Take that shit. Dude, I do not need fucking battle items. I'd rather grind than use battle items. In a game like this. In a game where, you know, the strategy actually involves using battle items for real. Okay, then. Just a couple. Hey, okay, clean does it for me. Hey, that's what I want. That's what I want. Is there a reason for me to be putting coins in the bank? Is there... Do I have need? Stop. Don't do that. I don't want to have need. Oh, excuse me. Hey, why do you have blue hair? Wrong button. The exits of the village have been secured. The only way the criminal get away is by flight. So did she fly over you? Bro, I just saw somebody that looked... Maybe not like my friend who's been caught burglaring. You didn't find Bo? That dog. We finally see him as he really is. What, he stole something? Chill. I'm sorry, Ryu. I'm the one that asked Bo to go into Trout's house. It's my fault that Bo is being treated like the bad guy. Save him. Thanks. Thanks, bud. Thanks. You're the best. This is your house, right? I'm going through your house. Trout will do anything to increase his fortune. He is capable of anything. Bo was probably framed. I mean... Okay, so Kilgore might not be great, but neither is this Trout. I feel like Kilgore, I fight him later. The master is very regretful that he asked Bo to do that job, but the fact is Trout was wrong to steal the master's treasure. Did he, though? Did he, though? Boo-doo-doo. Is there an upstairs I can go to? No? There's no upstairs. It's just... This house is just all downstairs. All downstairs. This house does not look like it is all downstairs. Is there anyone else to talk to? I believe we just got to go back to our room. Mm-hmm. And is this Trout's house? I'm going to capture him and throw him in jail. If you see Bo, tell him what I said. Aye, Chief. Oh, yeah, no, I already talked to you. Alright, well. Back in my house. And there's our fat friend. Hey, yo, the fuck you do? Alright, no, you didn't steal anything. I was there to steal something. But I was not fast enough to steal it. The music's not as good in this game overall as the first one. The first one feels just like more epic and adventure-y overall. But the music has more flavor and charm to this game. Like tracks like this. I'm gonna hide in the trash. Wooble. You're making a mistake to hide him. Bruh, and you didn't even check the trash? I'll catch him no matter what. So, I had a friend, one of my best friends growing up. I would still consider him one of my best friends. I haven't gotten to really hang with two of my best friends in like 6 years, really. And, but I don't doubt that would affect our friendship, though, especially the way that we still talk when we do get together. But when we were young, he was still in middle school. Yeah, this would be still middle school, or like at oldest, he would have been maybe freshman in high school. So we're going back, this would be 2006-07. So damn, we're gonna be, that's already more than 15 years, bro. Jesus Christ. 17 years ago. Yeah, so this is almost 20 years ago now we're talking. And I remember we had a friend who got a little too carried away with substances. And next to our elementary school growing up, there was like this building that wasn't like, it was a part of the water treatment system in the town. It wasn't it wasn't on site with the rest of the water treatment plant for the town or anything like that. It was just some other random building that was still clearly had something to do with the system. And it was always, had a big fence around it. It had it had barbed wire up at the top. And we had a friend who did a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know what he did. But what he ended up doing was getting naked and climbing over the barbed wire and breaking into this building. And when the cops got there, he was like in the process of climbing himself out of it. And he had gotten off of he had gotten back over the fence. I'm sorry. He got back over the fence because he ended up, while bloody and naked, seeing another friend of mine who was walking, because she was just taking a night stroll, and he basically naked, bloody hugged her in the middle of the night and pretty much traumatized her. And, it's been so long that in the two of them, and because I know the both of them separately, they have gotten to interact since then. And, the guy has made actually, he's probably made it better than any of the rest of us ended up making it. Where he started, surprised all of us. But, obviously, his name was Tom. And, yeah, no, it's obviously good that he ended up getting better, because he needed to get the most better out of all of us. And the fact that he ended up at the best of us, speaks to him. And, I remember, so the two of them have since talked about how awful their encounter was. But, we're all in our 30s now. So, we, after this event happens, obviously the police get involved. And because the police had gotten involved, when they took him to the hospital, they got him awake, and they were asking him, you know, what he had taken, who he was with, da-da-da. And they're going through all the stuff, and he name drops my best friend, who all the two of them did was smoke weed with each other. That's all they did. He didn't take part in any of the alcohol or any of the pills or anything else. He didn't do any of the other else's. He just smoked weed. They just smoked weed together. And he had a quad, which, you know, I'm not going to fucking break down street terms for anybody who's a child who might be listening. But, you know, back in high school when that's like $100 because that's all you can afford and shit's more expensive when you can't buy in bulk. Yeah, it was a lot of money. And he had it stashed up in like this cup that was up in like the corner of his room on like a little rafter that lined the entire ceiling that his dad installed, that had it was like a little mini shelf that had all of his like baseball and football trophies. So he just had his green just tucked away on the inside of this cup up in the corner. Cops are knocking at the door. He grabs his green, runs to the bathroom, flushes it, gets it all down. It's all good. Cops come in, search his room, find nothing. And the son of a bitch, they didn't even end up looking in the cup. And obviously my buddy's not going to say anything, but there was a part of him that's like, don't you want to check the cup? Because, you know, he just wasted $100, a little bit less at that point, worth of stuff that, you know, that's worth a lot of money when you, that's a lot of realty when you're in high school. And he was a freshman at the time. So he ended up not getting in trouble because of it, but he was also, you know, out at 14 years old, $100. And that's a lot of money to come by when you're 14. So yeah, that's what that guard just walking past the garbage can reminded me of. Yeah, because I didn't start doing any of the adult substances till I was actually out of high school, like a proper person should have. You know, not that it's the worst thing ever. But because I started at a more appropriate time in my life, I had the benefit of watching all of my friends mess up in extravagant ways throughout life. And they were all younger than me. I was the older one. But I was the one that was, you know, when I was growing up, I didn't have, my grandmother was, she was my babysitter when I was a kid. And she babysat these other two kids, one of whom was a girl who was, actually, she was only 2 days older than me. But there was her and her younger brother, who was like a couple years younger than us. And she babysat them at their house. That was her job. And while she was, to make it easier for her and my grandmother in not having to go between two different schools to pick up two different sets of kids, it would just be easier if I used their address growing up. So, my, you know, this one best friend, he lived really close to my house, but because of using somebody else's address in elementary school, once school was over, I didn't live like, I was close to him, but not close enough that like at 8 years old, my parents wanted me walking over to where they lived. And because of that physical barrier, I never hung out with a lot of the friends that I had, which, caused a few problems later on in life. Hopefully you guys are reading this because I basically already know what this says. Just saying that he's going to help him, he's going to live here. And Ryu goes and finds whoever is the chick with the bat wings, the female thief. Yep, there it is. At Hometown or Corsair, whatever that place is called. Sounds like a fucking Star Wars place. Then we can work together again. And we're off. We'll play a little bit longer just because, you know. Because why not? We got some time. I've spent a lot of time telling stories about when I was young. Well, this one's more about my friends, but, you know, the people I ran with and got into trouble with. But yeah, no, because of where I lived, I didn't get to hang around my friends as much like that. So, because of that, I was disconnected from also a lot of the bullshit tomfoolery that they also got themselves into because I didn't live by them. And then, like, my best friend, like, the dude who I still to this day talk to every day because he lives, you know, he lives a 4-hour flight away from here and has for more than 10 years. Like, it's weird to think that I have now, thinking of when I would have become friends with my best friend, we have had, now I think actually, longer bits of our friendship basically never seeing each other because he's lived out of state. So I think he moved in like 2011, I want to say he moved, 2011. And we were friends in like 2001. So, you know, we were friends for a decade before he moved. And now it's been 12 years. So, yeah, we've been friends longer with him being, you know, out of state than that. But he actually grew up really close to me. But it was really weird the way that my hometown had basically was like gang fucked by school district borders. It was a part of the school district I went to, and the friend who the cop story was about, there was that school district, which even where I lived was still a part of the same school district. I would have gone to a different, both elementary and middle school as my friends, where I actually lived, but I still would have been in the same school district. But in the neighborhood where I lived in, on the other side of the block, there was this one street that basically cut the neighborhood like a big, like, upside, if you're looking at it north-south, a big, like, frowny face that just went through the whole neighborhood. And anything on the northern, quote, part of the frowny face, anything on the north part of that was one school district and south was the other. And I was on the southern part of where that U was. And my best friend in the world, he was in that neighborhood, but he was on the north side of it. So he was in a completely different school district. And if you were farther north in the town, you were also part of a different school district as well. It was the worst when it came to my town and like what school you could go to. It was ridiculous. But yeah, no, because of the weird way that the boundaries went and because of how, you know, my grandmother and everything, like, I never ended up going to school and living around the kids that I went to school with. So it was really weird. But like I said, because of that, I got to watch all of my friends make fantastic mistakes when it came to all of their habits. All right. Girl from the magic school. I believe this is the magic school. Might not be open yet. Damn, got dumped. Shitty. Okay, well, let's rest in our house, and hopefully then it's proper daytime, and shit'll be open, and then I can see what's going on here. Do 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 do. It is a free heel. I messed up the timing. Brum 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 brum. Cool, it'll be perfect time for me to just talk some more NPCs here. Not the most action-packed episode, but got a bit of talking to do. A little bit of interrogations. A woman fighter at the Colosseum. You know, that character, her name is Kat. And I'm not gonna lie, I have never and will never be a furry. Pure degeneracy. But if there was ever an exception that I would make, it would be for Kat. My grandfather was a child. There was a town on the other side of Mount Fuji. Alright, cool. I already know. Still cannot access the magic school. What a bummer. Who cares if a nasty guy like Trout's... Hey, that's real. Damn, he's still crying. From night till day. Who are you calling? What? Christ, defensive much. Holy shit. Maybe you should get a hobby. Nope. Cannot eat the food. Okay, you guys do not say anything different. Does Kilgore say anything different being inside this house? Oh god, no. No, no, you already told me this. No! Okay, well, everybody outside seems to be telling me different shit. But ultimately, not anything juicy. The only thing I've gotten has been, of course, that woman fighter. Or the winged chick at the magic school, which I cannot access. So, that kind of leaves it pretty simple on where to go. St. Eva, huh? Is there anything going on in the church? Dear God, he doesn't do anything. Does he really love me? Oh, I thought you were going to ask if the God doesn't do anything. Okay, so that just gives random hints. Ooh, dressers to go rob. Oh, just an herb? Cool. Whoopee. I love your name. Okay. I love doing that. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Bro, I am not even pushing up on the pad. feel like I need to move where it is. The device I'm playing on is years old, though. So it's not surprising, but still. I'm surprised on more faster-paced games it doesn't give me as much trouble. There's a Coliseum there in a fight. It's northeast of here. I'm going to have a ranger secure the house. It looks like you have a cop out there. Nobody believes that Bo has done anything. You must do what you can to prove your friend's innocence. Right, do you say anything? Kind of a suspicious looking wall. Alright, well, that is it for the day. Pretty boring episode, but you know what? I had to do it. Next time, we take a ride out to Corsair, go to the Coliseum, see if this female fighter is who we're looking for. Hint, hint, it is not who I am looking for. So, you can wipe that hope and dream out. But, yeah, no, we're going to explore Northeast. That's where we go. So, female fighter, Coliseum, we'll check it out. Till then, guys,